Now listen, we gotta talk about this shit because it's important. Because this is somebody I trusted and respected very much. And he was planning all type of murders and shit, planning murders on innocent people, and talking about he would eat someone's newborn. Kept saying he would eat my newborn in front of me. This one nigga, you know what I'm talking about. I was like, why you keep saying bitch ass shit like that? You think that make you sound hard? You think that make you sound like a warrior, nigga? That you would prey on someone's child like that? And they ain't gonna no, look, he got some type of connections because he was trying to murder this one bitch. And I was like, dude, I'm not about to let you do that. Like, I'm telling everybody you told me that. I didn't say that right in front of him, but he should have knew I wasn't just gonna not do something. The crazy nigga with the Spider-Man t-shirt who said he gonna be a superhero when you grow up. I'm sitting right next to you in my Spider-Man t-shirt, and you telling me you plan on murdering all these people and murdering innocent women and trying to cannibalize children and shit. You feel me? Just gonna tell me that shit and think I'm not gonna do something about it. That nigga's stupid, thank goodness. Glad that wasn't too much work. But look. We used to call that nigga our brother. I don't know what happened to him. But look though. The point I'm trying to make is I want my job back coaching them kids. Because I was like, all right, I'm either going back to dog daycare, working at the Mandela grocery store, or I want... Look, who's this nigga named Simeon at the Boys and Girls Club in San Leandro? Because he the one who made the announcement that I was under investigation or something like that. Because I was cussing this nigga out, like uploading videos like, look, this one nigga told me he was planning on murdering all these females in West Oakland. I felt like the best thing I could do was get on Instagram and Facebook and YouTube and tell everybody, look, he said this, so if anything happened to them hoes, you know who did it. We're not letting them do that. Right? So look, he used some type of connections to get me fired from my job, and I'm really pissed because I love that job. I told them kids I was going to be there when they graduate 5th grade. I promised them. And this nigga used his connections to get me fired from that job and have me under some type of investigation. And that really pissed me off because, listen, it's one thing to accuse somebody of crimes, and nobody should be victimized. None of God's children, whether you grown, however old you are, should ever be victimized, right? But listen, I feel like when it comes to saying, look, you tried to do something bad to a little kid, or just putting my name under something like that, where you went being investigated for being around children and trying to make me look like a person that's bad to attack small ones, specific, trying to make me look bad like that. Look, that's like the worst thing you could ever accuse somebody of. Because look, not only is you trying to make me look like a bad person, you're trying to make me look like a weak faggot that would try to prey on beings that seem defenseless. Look, and everybody who don't know me, this is what I be telling people, look, because people who know me, all right, I was just talking to Wolverine a second ago, what'd he say? He's like, Sean. I was like, yes, sir. Who put you under investigation? I was like, that one, and his friend. Okay. Because we know this nigga Sean will die about some kids. Exactly. So then, okay then, so look, listen. Get that nigga. Why you lying on me, faggot? Why that bitch ass nigga try to lie on me? Get me under. Not only, so look, here's the fucked up. It's not just about, it's one thing to get somebody, it's bad enough you fucked up my livelihood, fucking the landlady money up, getting me unemployed. It's one thing to get somebody, it's already bad enough to get somebody fired from their job, but to make it look like I'm a bad person, look, that's the worst thing somebody could ever be in life. That's like somebody who needs to be kept away from children, somebody who needs to be kept away for children, for their safety. To try to make somebody look bad in that way, that's not just taking my job from me. Look, That's fucking up. That's not cool. Because look, that's like the worst thing anybody could ever be called. That's the worst thing I feel like in life. Like if you somebody who needs to be kept away from kids, that's like the worst thing. Like, exactly. You know what I'm talking about. And I mean in the sense of everyday life of life. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? That's like the worst thing to ever accuse somebody of and make somebody look like. So I was like, look. Don't hurt him too much. Because it's something we need to figure out. Because I remember who he was. Why he started being a fucking bitch ass faggot all of a sudden. What the fuck happened? Because look, I was like, look. We could challenge each other. We could, you feel me? Compete with one another. Don't let it get too serious. Me and the other brothers, we might have our disagreements. We ain't ever let shit get that bad in those kind of ways. Exactly. Look. Ah! I ain't become a superhero for no reason. I'm the mutant Cell Shade, Deadpool's disciple, leader of the Oakland Avengers, son of Slim Shady, and Queen Nikki. My identity is not secret, it's publicly known, even though I am always anti-registration in the story of Civil War because, goddammit, I don't know. Look, I don't like wearing masks, by the way. I find them uncomfortable. I like wearing face paint, though. I'm a juggalo with a Venom symbiote, killing anything, killing anyone who ain't a part of what the fuck we building for the many millions we promise to protect and love always infinitely. I am God. I'm not lying when I tell you this. The Father and I are one. Jesus Christ said that, and I'm supposed to say that because I'm Jesus Christ, aren't I? So is my brother and cousin and John the Baptist, Ehud, Samson, and whoever else is real man like this one right here is, goddammit, welcome to Gotham. That no killing rule is a lie, by the way. And I'm not scared to tell you I'm Bruce Wayne. Not that keeping secrets has anything to do with being afraid. Strategy is just, look, listen. My strategy is different. As a superhero, I don't keep my identity secret. Why? You know who I am. You should be smart enough to not try anything stupid. My name is Sean Jordan. From Berkeley. Look, think about it. But you can call me Vegeta. Super Vegeta. Super Saiyan Vegeta. God of Stealth. Prince of Demons. Yes. You have no idea who the hell you're truly dealing with. Berkeley said it on my chest, Berkeley on my t-shirt. I be going berserk. One of my greatest lines I'm the most proud of that I ever said in the song. Shouts out to Gilganomics. Shouts out to J-Flow. Free my nigga Tank. Free my nigga Casco. Much love to Zinny Seat and his whole family. Oh, Ninja Shine is who I'm always gonna be. I kick the coldest flows and compose the most thumping beats. So I can talk to you through the radio like Bumblebee. No matter what, I'll always rap. Just cause this is so much motherfucking fun to me. I'll never quit. Duh, you already know that. I feel weird even saying it like that's something to be announced. That's no surprise or anything. Look, oh, hold on. I gotta take a picture over here. I like the way my face paint look in these shadows. I'm gonna end this whole video if I have to. I gotta hurry up and get going. Is the bar station open? Because we gotta get back to Berkeley and Oakland. I don't know, I came over here just to chill for a little bit and do some silly shit. And with that, now I gotta get back over there, and I'm gonna be back over here again later. Anyway, we love you. We're Venom. Name's Brock. Edward Brock Jr. And also Senior. Proud father. Just like my father and our father. My name is Edward Brock Sr., son of Edward Brock Sr. You can just call us all Venom. Or whatever names we choose. I thought about going by Arsenic. Because I'm the reincarnation of Huo Yuanjia. And that's how I died in my past life in Foshan, China. Arsenic poisoning. So I was like, hey, you remember arsenic candy from Spider-Man 3? Hey, that's so... Look, hey, you remember that old man that was about to throw off that roof? And he was like, me and my partner Lorenzo was making fun of him. No, look, it's not funny that some bad bitch is gonna throw an old man off the top of the building. But it was what he sounded in that game. No, don't do this. Please. No, look. That would be hilarious if the situation weren't so serious. And by the way, why is that mission so frustrating? That mission was frustrating as hell. I swear to God. Look. I don't know. You gotta like use your spider sense to slow down time or something, right? And like catch the old man when the crazy bad bitches throw him off the building. They like got him. He hanging on by an umbrella on the side of a clock tower, and these crazy bitches from this gang called Arsenic Candy. It was like motherfucking what's it called? She's about to kill this old man for maybe some reason, maybe no reason. I don't know. But I was like, okay, obviously in the game, you're Spider-Man. You don't let people get murdered. He might have deserved it, but we don't know for sure. So save his life. Okay, cool. No matter how I say that, because why would a bunch of random crazy females want to kill an old dude? Which old dude was it? Who is that? That was one of their dad, and they was just fucking around. They was like, hey, we want to see Cider Rain come over here. Let's pretend try to kill our dad. Okay. Hey, look. Bitch, don't play like that. And I'm not even him. You know, you're lucky that was Pete. I would have been like, hey, I don't know. Maybe he deserved it. I can probably fly anyway. Just kidding. Look. Why are you such an asshole? Don't call me that. I wasn't talking to you. Why's that guy watching us over there? Who knows? Some weird guy. We know who that was or is, and we weren't saying that's him either. Look, listen. We're glad you're here, sir. Alright, I'm gonna take some pics right quick in these different angles and I don't know, wait for the motherfucking station to open and get back over to Oakland and Berkeley. For sure. We love you. Whoop, whoop. Oh, yeah. Yo, look. Hood Slam. You see Hood Slam? Look. I'm hella focused on my wrestling career for some reason. That's why I got this face paint. Like, just all of a sudden, I'm just like, oh, yeah, because Dad was telling us, hey, hop on the motherfucking train, come to Detroit. He was like, okay, we will, but we don't know how to, like, something. I forgot why we didn't just go straight there. We wanted to, but we just didn't. We stayed in Berkeley for some reason. Which is nothing wrong with that, but I feel like we need to hurry up. We should have been back over there because we ain't been over there in a minute. He was like, wait, we still want to go to Queens and Staten first. Exactly, there's so many places we want to travel to. And I was like, look, just come straight home. It's important. It's something we got to tell people and stuff like that. All right, cool. I'll make sure. We get paid when we get paid. We will. We promise. We're going to Detroit soon. Not lying. We'll be there. Hell yeah. But don't forget, check out Hood Slam, Victory Outreach Hood Slam. I'm going to Detroit to work with Shady Records and JCW. I love being a luchador. I'm going to focus on my training like more than ever, and I'm so proud of myself that I absolutely never gave up on this. Look, do I still get to call myself a luchador without... Look, because does that just mean wrestler in Spanish? Even if I'm not wearing a mask or whatever? Do all luchador wear a mask? Does face paint count as mask? Look, because look, watch. Traditionally, and depending on how serious the match is, opponent can beat you by pinfall, submission, or by removing your mask. It's not always like that, but that's the traditional Mexican way. Removing masks, depending on how serious the match is and for what reason. But that's one way to beat your opponent in the art of Lucha Libre. And look, I think I'll just focus on the fact that my style of wrestling is Lucha Libre. I'm not going to neglect or hesitate to call myself a luchador, but I will say I am not always a masked wrestler. Does this count as a mask? Does it? No, it doesn't. Not in that sense. A mask is a form of cloth covering face that can be removed by opponent in a Lucha Libre match. And that's important, and we need to understand that. Look, maybe that was why I was anti-registration in the Civil War era, the Marvel Civil War. Because the mask is a tradition, like Captain America said. I'm a luchador. I didn't think about this at that time, but I felt like, see, I'm supposed to leave a cap on this. I can tell you I was Ultimo Dragon the whole time. Now, he might have already revealed his identity and stuff like that. Because some people have seen Rey Mysterio without his mask. A lot of people have seen Rey Mysterio without his mask. He's taken plenty of photos without his mask. People know his real name. But a lot of luchadors don't do that. And maybe after a while, exactly. But exactly. But sometimes it's like, you'll never know who that is. So I can tell you, I was Ultimo Dragon the entire time. Don't think about it. That's why I always choose on Nintendo 64 in the Royal Rumble. And when Sin Cara debuted on WWE, I was hella excited. I think that's me for some reason. Magic. Viva la raza. My name's Eddie. What a coincidence. Now see, look, Eddie Guerrero is a luchador. You can't say he's not. I've never seen Eddie Guerrero wear a mask, though. So, problem solved, answer question. Question answered, right? If you fight like a luchador, you're a luchador, even if you're not mask wearer. But, exactly. Okay, then here we go. Dudes named Eddie are incredibly important because that name means to be. The name Edward means one who is educated and knowledgeable, scholarly, studious, academic. Exactly. That's what Edward means. Hey, look. The name's Brock. Edward Brock Jr. Maestro Guerrero. Hola, señor. Maestro. Maestro Eduardo tells us, you've shown much dedication. Be more careful. Get in the damn ring. Understood, sir. Arigato, gracias. De nada.